How's it going, guys? Goldblaze here. Today we're going to be starting a new series of my first impressions of new RPG projects. And to add an interesting twist onto the topic with a bingo card tailored to RPG making games, so we can tip from the cliches of the genre. Today we have Raea, submitted by Pelnar from the Drift Gaming Discord channel. Link in the description if you want to join. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, looking at the title screen, I can sort of get that this is. He did say that this was a RTP only project, see what you can do with it. And let's see. Alright, looks like there's no V-Sync. Alright. I think we should be fine. I'm going to turn the BGM down a bit because it's a bit loud. Yeah, that'll be fine. Starting the game. This story is an old one. A fantasy of which we are all familiar. One of magic, monsters, light and darkness. This tale begins in a world known as Raea, a humble beginning in the peaceful kingdom of Diarmid. It was from here that the four champions began their adventure. Alright, so I think we're going to start ticking things off on the board. So, from now on, RTP assets, I'd say we got that quick one. We've not got a scrolling text intro yet, but it's fine, this one. The adventure that would shape Raea and become legend. Okay. I was told we had a new recruit down here. That'd be me. Captain, shouldn't have said new. How old are you anyways? Old enough to know some manners. You're gonna be lots of fun. What do you call yourself, anyways? Ah, yeah, but we can name ourselves. This is nice. What's my name? I wanna. I've never actually fucking done this. No. Report. Nani? Ah, it's Esk. I got it.
Frederick. I'm gonna call myself Frederick.
His name is Frederick and forever will be. Frederick. Alright, Frederick, get moving. Captain said he wanted to see you upstairs. Don't keep him waiting. I assume. Oh, okay. Wow. That's he's fast. What I'm gonna say, you might want to tone the speed down a little bit. A bit hard to control. I assume you put this on faster. Try to put this on normal speed. It might work better. What have we got in the chest? Received. 1 potion, brown bread, brown cheese. Nice. What's the menu looking like? Items. Skills. Technical, nothing. Oh, a double attack. Attacks 2 random enemies, huh. Interesting. A rugged man who's enlisted to become a knight. I have some quite nice facial hair, I will admit. So I assume... Okay, no sound effect for moving. Mapping? It's not bad. I would say this set of stairs here might need to be moved. Maybe if you make the room a bit wider, you can put the staircase where that dish cabinet is, or maybe put the staircase I'm stood next to, that one. Put that here, and then this staircase where that one is now. Don't know what this is about. There's a bit of layering issue there. Okay, press enter to open it. Alright. It might be a bit easier to turn that into a player touch command, so when the player touches it on a same level, they just walk into it. What do you have to say, miss? See you around, Frederick. Okay, cheers. I assume this is the captain.
There you are. Come in. Have a seat.
Of course. Thank you, sir. I want to put a space between the oven course.
So, let's hear it. Why do you want to become a knight?
It's always been something I've been considered trying out for.
What was it that made you finally decide to enlist?
I used to make a pretty good gold working in the mine just out of town. But it's been closed for some time and a man's got to eat.
That he does. However, I'm not in the market for hired mercenaries who work for gold. A knight lives in a A knight lives in a life of service to the queen. Long days, weeks, even years may pass before anything exciting happens. What I'm looking for in a new recruit is vigilance. Someone who will do things right because they believe in order. What I need from a knight is someone who won't turn a blind eye no matter how things are looking. I'm looking for someone who doesn't feel like they're above the work. I'm loving this epic music. It's really setting the scene. I'm going to embark on this epic adventure. But that they are above neglecting their duty to this kingdom. Can you look me in the eyes and tell me that you will aspire to become that knight? I'm your man. We'll see. Head next door to the training room. I'll be over there in a moment. Yes, sir.
Next door, I assume is out here. Who are you? Hello, friend. You are very ecstatic moving. You can dash by holding the right shift key and using your direction allows on your keyboard. Or you can turn it all at the same time and get in game settings. Give it a try and get where you're going faster. I mean, I'm going pretty fast myself. Wait. I think you've got it the wrong way around. Holding shift makes me go slower. You might want to fix that, in all honesty. There's a well. What's the well? Nothing to do with the well, nothing to do with the campfire. Okay. I assume this is the training room. This is a training closet. It's very small. Okay.
Alright, Frederick.
That's a nice little way for him to enter.
Equip that sword and shield from the wall and come show me what you've got.
Received 1 cutlass. Received 1 buckler. I'm going to show him what I've got. Yes!
Equip that sword and shield from the wall and come show me what you've got.
Okay. Ah, it's equip. Got it. Optimize. Always works. I don't know why I'm starting with a club, if that's the case.
On guard.
Alright. I can see what you're doing with the side view battle system. Something that's getting me is battle back. Because what you could have done, if you're going for RTP, there are RTP assets which you can use for interiors like this. That might do better. If you should go into your map settings, you can change the default battle back. Because this, it doesn't look right, if you know what I mean. So let's see what we got.
How can I trust you to protect the people of this kingdom if you can't even protect yourself?
I haven't even started the fight yet, pal. Calm down.
First things first. If you want to attack me, show you what you're made from, Frederick.
Captain Percy. His name's Percy. He took 51 damage. He waits.
Not bad, not bad.
It's a nice scripted fight.
Now you may want to put your guard up. I'm going to start fighting back and it's going to hurt.
Fight. Guard.
Every time you act or take damage in combat, you will gain SP points, or special points. They will allow you to do more powerful attacks under special.
Okay. Fight. Special. Can't do it yet. Guard. Frederick guards. Oh. Fight. We can do it. We can hit him with that double attack. Yes. Oh, it missed. I've noticed that Frederick's got a lot of HP. You might want to play about with the health curves and such a bit. Because if you want to try and teach the player to guard, that might be a better way to encourage them. He's doing a lot of damage though, so let's hit him with another double attack. Yikes. Let's go for a special attack. So far, I've seen on the bingo sheet of the default battle system. Let's check that off. and the default character look a bit. Oh, I can't do that. Snizzy snap.
He is slain! Frederick was victorious.
Alright.
Well done. Is there anything you would like to train and focus while we're on here?
Endurance, what's endurance? Oh, Frederick. Defense.
You can come back here every time you train, every time you go up in level. You show a lot of potential, Frederick. We'll have you chat at one of those other nights until you learn the routine and rotation. Report to the barracks around sunset tonight. Yes, sir.
Chapel, oh. Oh, it's, huh. The herbs in the garden outside are ready for harvesting. Okay, I'll get right on to that. Thank you. You're always quick to help around here. It's no bother. I'm here to help. Oh, we have another character's name. I'm going to call her Elise, because that sounds like a nice name. Let's go. And Elise? Yes? Oh, and all the herbs gathered. It is important we harvest them as soon as we can. Again, she's moving very quickly. Again, the shift makes that normal speed. Outside, where are we going? Oh, Diarmid. Who are you?
Remain vigilant.
Cool. Again, enter to open the doors. Let's go downstairs. What we got downstairs? The basement of the church. What are you doing? This is a sacred site. Neat. We go upstairs. A lot of beds here. It's very organised. Locked. Is this going to be a Pokemon Lieutenant Surge? I'm going to find something in one of these. I'm going to activate a switch. Damn. Thwarted. One thing about this map. Maybe if you could make the tables different a bit, maybe move the lanterns or move the stools a bit, because it looks a bit, it looks copy-pasted, if you know what I mean. Possibly even add some other, like, you know, papers or books or something onto the table. Makes it look a bit more in detail. What do we got over here? Oh, area. Area. I'm training to become a paladin like Sarah. I've got a graveyard. Very open. Looks like there's a lot of empty space. Not much in realms of detail. A few trees here and there. Herbs in the garden. Right. Corner of these cliffs, you can see there. You haven't put the corner piece. On the A-tile set for the exterior, you'll find near the corner pieces and everything, you'll find something you can put there and fix that out. I like what you've done with the water. Made it look shallower on the outside and deeper on the inside. That's pretty neat. Hello there. Who are you? I like living in Diarmid. The walls make me feel safe. Who are you? This is Heralda. Can't wait to break in this new weapon. Diarmid Castle. I'm just allowed in here? Cool. It's Harold. He's here. No! I wish to speak to Harold. Diarmid Knights are the toughest. Harold, you bring unto me the greatest wisdoms.
A paladin is only good as in his deed.
When you... Hang on. Do all the knights look the same? Let's have a look-see. Let's go. Hang on a second. There he is. Remain vigilant. I will. I'm vigilant enough to know that you are in two places at once, sir. I'm just gonna intrude on people's homesteads. See, this is what you want to do for a staircase. This is a decent design. Maybe for accessibility, maybe you could, again, maybe make the house one wider.
put a space where above here, so it's functional and more aesthetic with the stairs instead of walking onto the stairs from the bottom like this. Something I'll say for the transfer event, maybe change the direction to right, so it looks like she's going up the stairs. Overall, this isn't a bad map. It's spacious. Maybe you want a few more details on the walls, because the walls look a bit bare. Maybe say have a clock or some paintings, like I've done there. Maybe even put like a rug here and there to make the houses feel more homely. House, okay. Where's this thing? Where are the herbs? And go to that garden outside? Not much direction. Gather the herbs from the garden outside. A firm. Yep, this one. Alright. Something I'd say, maybe make those same as events. So I'll press N to say here, or I'll do it here. Because going on top of them, it can work. It's not great though. More fairy breath, blue clover. I'm liking the names. The naming conversions are nice. If I was to go to items. What you've not done is taken items out of the inventory. So the buckler and the cutlass is still on the other guy. Can't remember his name, damn it. But you haven't taken the items out of the inventory. You're not just trying to find a plugin or something or a workaround to keep inventory separate between characters. I don't think some sort of Aetheria-esque global inventory will make sense if you somehow manage to do it. That's fine. Maiden Leaf grants poison, removes and provides immunity to poison. Grants, I'm guessing those are immunity. Wait, removes and provides immunity to those. Okay. I might need a little exposition on that. Wait, is that... Is it getting tinted outside? Or is that just my eyes? That's probably just my eyes. I don't know if it's a day and night cycle on this. Hello. Got them all, do you? Yes. Good. We now have a stock at the moment. Take those across town to the Mage Tower. She keeps going between American and British, and I don't know what to stick to. Heh. The wizards may need them for regents. Bloody hell. Yeah. Okay, take them across town to the wizards. The wizards! Across town. Yes. Here? Is this a lock? Oh, it's locked. Okay. Is this it? Is this place? Jewelry store. Yep. One thing I would say for your transfer events. If you put the player here, that means they can straight walk out if they need to. It's a small thing, but it'll pay off in the long run, I feel. Where are the wizards? I assume here. Oh, you got a cat. Yo. My kitty is going to grow big and strong from all the rats he catches. Okay. I mean, your cat's... Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna do that. Let's see the wizards. Oh. Hello. I brought some herbs from the church's garden. It's a chapel. What? We thought you could use some reagents. Reagents. Thanks. Good job, Gold. Oh, that's nice of you to think of us. Follow me upstairs to the alchemy lab. I can give you a quick alchemy lesson while you're here. Alright. Again, I'm going to say, her walking from the top of the stairs, not really working. I'm guessing she's going up here. And up here. There she is. Alchemy's super easy.
All you need is a mortar and pestle. Ah. So we got some sort of crafting mechanic, I assume. Received 1 mortar and pestle. With that, you can extract all the magical compounds out of the herbs and create magic items. Here, let me show you. What would you like to create? I would like to make an elixir. Consume blue clover to create an elixir. Yes, elixir. See, I told you, super easy. You can keep that mortar and pestle. Just tell Sarah to think of us whenever you have extra herbs from your garden. Thank you. I'll head back to church and tell her now. See you around, Elise. So if I were to check my inventory right now, I will have an elixir. So if I, say, use the mortar and pestle, I could create a clear water. Yeah, sure. What's clear water do? Oh, it's a deep... I'm gonna say this now, that seems a little overpowered. Removing every debuff. And for just to consume a maiden leaf, it seems a bit powerful. Maybe have separate items. Say one that removes attack debuffs. One that reduces your HP/MP debuffs, and one for your defense and such. Maybe you can give them different names. Be a bit creative with that if you want to. Let's go back to Clover, like she said. Oh, no. Let's say goodbye to Grandma. So the mapping is decent. Not gonna lie, I'm liking a lot of the houses, but it seems a bit bare and open. It seems quite empty and simple. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot going on. It's easy to get lost. Here we go. You just have to hope and pray you're heading where you're going. You know where you're going. Let's talk to Sarah. Did the wizards appreciate the herbs? Actually, they gave me a mortar and pestle and showed me how to make magic items. That'll be useful. Hang on to that. I will. They said to keep them in mind for when we... Yeah. They said to keep them in mind for when we have extra herbs in the future. Well, that won't be an issue. I think you're ready for some initial training, Elise. Another lesson? Today's been educational. Let me help you develop your skills. Which discipline should we focus on? Oh, I'm liking these naming. Perseverance, conviction, vindication, and absolution. I'm not sure what absolution's got to do with luck, but sure, let's go looking. Full on look. Elise, look up. I'm looking up. It'll be here when you're ready to train again. Oh, sorry, I'll be here when you're ready to train again. Thank you, Sarah. Oh, okay. Straight into another one. You know it's hard to study with you pacing around over there. You sure do spend a lot of time up here. A wizard needs to. Studying is the only way you'll recognize something you see for the first time. Yes, but you spend a lot of time up here. I'm liking the capitalization, emphasis, I'm liking it. It's our job as wizards to know things. Sounds pretentious. I'm liking this character. The other students never see you up here. Some of them don't even know your name. Ah. I'm liking that. They don't know your name, then you put the name in. His name's Bastion. Because, as one of the great minds of this goddamn website said, he is a posh shithead. And I love it. It's fucking posh shithead all the way. Let's go! I only doubt that. I've been acing every test. They ought to know my name. We can't all be as competitive as you. I've been trying to organize a study group. What good would that be? You could all benefit from it, Bastion. Speak for yourself. I don't have time to play tutor. Maybe it'll help you learn how to play nice with others. Oh.
liking this guy. Lucius, I believe his name is on the RTP.
How about this? When I see the rest of the class up here taking their job as wizards seriously, I'll join your study group.
Something about this. The other guy's gone. Maybe set up. There's a Yamfly region restrict plugin where you can restrict event movement. Maybe set up get a square around the right bookshelf, so you can only sort of pace around in that square. Because he's currently gone off screen. Chill out, Bastion. I didn't mean to offend you.
No offense was taken. You just wasted my time, as usual.
Well, speaking of time, we got a big test later. You think you're ready?
I will be if you stop pestering me.
Well then, I'll let you get back to it. When you're done looking over your notes, I'll see you in the classroom next door. Good luck, Bastion.
Oh, don't worry. I won't need it. I've got this.
Received one species catalog. Still got the items from before. Look up details on species, including strengths and weaknesses. Oh, this is cool. Anthropoid. Oh god. Ooh. I'm liking that. Battle basics. Which chapter would you like to read? Damage types. Let's have a look at this. Physical. The most common damage type since almost every being exists in the physical realm. Beware of ghosts and other spirits. Ah. I like that. Arcane. Pure magical energy. Difficult to mitigate. It is a favourite damage type dealt by wizards. Holy. Typically used in healing but very effective in dealing damage to undead and evil beings. Dark. The essence of death and ruin. An essential go-to for demons and other baddies. Alright, we got it. There we go. Dark is good and dark is dark and bad. Got it. Life. The link between the body and the soul. It's a force that makes your heart beat. That means the only way... Yeah, it means it may only be effective against a creature with a pulse. Alright. I'm liking this sort of type effectiveness thing. Fire, ice, and lightning, destructive elemental forces utilized by magic users in battle, and monsters only encountered in the most dangerous regions of the world. So you got your basic elemental damages. Water, earth, and wind, elements necessary for sustaining life, can be shaped into powerful forces by beings of nature. Battle basics, which chapter would you like to read? Attributes. Hit points, mana points, attack, defense, magic attack, magic defense, agility, and luck. Naming conventions are pretty default. If you want, you can change those to something a little more creative, a little more unique. Maybe have, say, willpower for magic attack or defense, vitality for health, strength for attack, or whatever you want to do for that. Aptitudes. Every character has an aptitude that affects how they perform beyond attribute growth. Equipment proficiency and abilities which are determined by their class. Various abilities, equipment, and conditions may boost their aptitude in the following ways. Hit and evasion. Your character's ability to hit with an attack and avoid an attack from an enemy. Critical and critical evasion. Similar to hit, the likelihood that the character will be extra deadly. So that's your crit and crit resistance. Magic evasion, magic reflection. Yeah. Counterattack. When an enemy attacks you, instead of taking damage, you instead take a free attack against them. Regeneration increases your current HP, MP, or SP at the end of every turn in combat. Conditions. 2 highest will be displayed in combat, and the 4 highest will be displayed while not in combat. Fallen, so that's death. Undying prevents... Alright, so the normal ones are the conditions, and the inverted ones are the immunities. So Fallen and Undying, Poison and Vaccinated, Blind, True Sight, Silence, Focused, Rage and Calm. I love these oxymorons. Confusion and Clarity. Charm, Contention. Sleep and Restless. Paralyze and Freedom. Or Feedom. Freedom? Feedom. I'm gonna check that one. Curse and Blessed. Fear and Courage.
This is quite poetic. Buffs. What we got for buffs? All 8 attributes can increase or decrease during combat. Health, magic, attack, defense, magic defense, agility, and luck. Every buff and debuff can be stacked up to 2 times. In addition, buffs and debuffs for the same attribute will not stack, but rather cancel each other out. I'm liking the graphical representation there. It's pretty decent. I think it's really time to go out that. See, that's a nice way to engage the player and teach them the things through books. It's immersive. I'm liking it. Scores of enchantments. Stealth reduces the encounter rate of random encounters while traveling through dangerous areas. I'm guessing this is a random encounters game, not on map enemies. Insight reduces the chance of being caught in a surprise attack by enemies while increasing preemptive strikes against your party. Insight, yeah. Fortune doubles the gold found and items dropped after combat. Virtue allows SP to accumulate from one combat to the next. Nice. So those are some pretty decent abilities. I heard the next test is going to be on monsters. Is it a practical? I'm going to study to become a magus. Magus? Magus? Magnus? I don't know. Cool. Old man.
Hey kid, wanna buy some magic?
I feel like he's gonna deal me some hard drogas. Oh, we're all in de-armored. I do like the perspective shifts within the same city. I assume that we're all going to come together at one point. It's a house. One thing that's scary about that house is I've not actually seen anyone in a house yet. A lot of the houses seem empty. Which it feels again empty. Oh, school. I left school. I don't want to go back. There'll be a test tomorrow. Monsters in a bit. Are you done studying? No. Better hurry. Not much time left. It's like every one of those books has a sleep ward that activates when you open it. Nice. Good humor. Let's go. School basement. Wait, you're back? I wonder if there's a spell that'll make this food taste even better. You kids and your magic. Let's have a read upon monsters. So we have to actually read. So anthropoids. Lamias. Lamias, wicked half-snake beings known to stalk the deserts, capturing and enslaving travelers. They sound like bad people to hang around with them. Immune to poison and charm, resistant to fire, weak against ice, and drops scales. Groves. Oh wait, Lamias. Ah! Alright. Something needs to be done about that branch route. I'd go back to the book instead of like this section. Minotaur. Minotaur, fierce half-bull warriors known for their strength and lust for blood. Immune to fear. Resistant to being debuffed. Again, might want to balance that. Weak against blindness and calm. Or true sight and calm. Or blind and rage? Blind and rage. They drop horns. Ogres. Ogre, giant dim-witted brutes commonly found offering their strength to raiding parties and armies of smaller or more organized species. Weak against confusion and charm. I'm going to charm an ogre. I mean, if we've all seen Shrek, we know that ogres can love. Orc. Cowardly pig-faced green-skinned scavengers. Weak against fear. Sahangrin? Shark-like humanoids known to prey upon and pillage mercantile ships at sea. Weak, resistant to fire, ice, water, and poison. Weak against lightning and paralysis, and they drop seashells. Cool. Werewolves. Werewolves, often undetected in human form, when transformed into werewolf, is a powerful creature with a thrill for the hunt and hunger of a fresh kill. I'm liking these descriptions. They sound pretty fantasy-esque, and they sound like they would be in some sort of creature compendium. They're immune to sleep and fear and debuff, and they are weak against rage. Impotent rage. Groves. Bats. Blood-sucking flying creatures, commonly found in caves and other dark areas. Immune to blindness, and they drop fangs. Fairies! Fairies, enchanted winged creatures and commonly found in remote areas. Preserving natural worlds, they often fear the presence of humans and their influence. Huh. Fairies are... It's interesting that fairies are a sort of hostility. Immune to poison, sleep, and paralysis, and resist to life. Rats. Swarming vermin found almost everywhere, prone to flee when injured. Ah, interesting mechanic. I'm liking these also, the category names for them. Spirits. Oh, nice job putting all four once. It's an interesting one instead of going through all four individually. Elemental beings found in the rotate locations of extreme conditions. They drop spirit stones. Earth spirit, immune to earth, poison, blindness, and silence, and defense down. Resistant to physical and MP down. And they are weak against water. Fire spirit, immune to fire, poison, blindness, and silence. And attack down. Resistant to wind and magic attack down. Weak against ice and water. I like the ice's strength against fire. That's interesting. Water spirits, immune to water, poison, blindness, silence, and HP down. Yep. These interesting descriptions. Grove. Thornvine. What the hell is that? Thornvine, a carnivorous plant with a poisonous bite. Immune to all those. Planars, angels. Holy winged beings from the heavens, immune to those. Demons, whoa. A twisted dark creature from the hells, immune to those. Gazers. Gazer, covered in eyes, this extremely magical creature is not from this world. Its presence in Raea is unknown. Immune to that. Imps. A small demonic sprite known for trickery and mischief, resistant to those. And succubi. A manipulative demon which thrives on perverting and controlling humans into conflict. Yep. Dead ghosts. A restless spirit, a restless soul determined to haunt and torment the living. That's just virulent. What we got here? Hornets. That's just nature. Alright, let's take this test. Let's see how well we do on this test. I did good in tests.
Are you done studying? Oh, good. We'll begin as soon as the other wizards take their seats.
Nice musical change. Music's not really appropriate for this. I would have gone for a maybe some like low drums. A less epic or adventurous beat. You ever getting a test? This makes me think that this test is going to be a life or death situation. That if I fail this test, that's it. Raea's gone. The world's destroyed. That's it. But which creature is immune to that? It's a ghost. Which creature is weak against that? I would say the imp. Which creature drops skulls? Skeletons. What are orcs weak against? They are weak against fear, because they were cowardly. Which has a natural resistance to all debuffs? Minotaur. What are jellyfish weak against? I'm gonna say that. Which monster is immune to that? This one, fuck it. What are Cerebruses are weak against? I'm gonna say fire. Sure. What monster is weak against blindness? Hornets. Sure. What monster drops that? That was a Thornvine. Alright, hand in your tests. I'll have these marked in a moment. Wait downstairs and I'll call you up when I'm done marking. Ah! The troubles of waiting for your teacher to mark your tests I remember from secondary. Hey Bastion. How much do you want to bet the reason you're getting yours back last is because you had the most corrections?
He always marked my test last. It's because I always hand my test in the first, so it's always at the bottom of the pile when he starts marking.
I wouldn't be so certain.
No, you wouldn't.
Bastion. There you go.
Later.
Whee! Let's go. Damn it. Whizzing. Not your best work. but you definitely passed.
It was harder than I was expecting.
Granted that I could not remember half of it, and it's I'm not gonna lie, presenting all of the monster information at once is a bit overwhelming. Maybe if you were to do progressively, either tell the player direct, or maybe have certain bookshelves or something where the player could pick out certain books on certain monsters where they could find information, their weaknesses, their strengths. Because presenting it all in one is going to be hard for the player, and if the player's not going to encounter all of these monsters at the beginning, it's not necessary to present that information to them at that time. Yeah. A delivery of Blackroot came into the Mage Tower earlier today.
That means we'll have enough Runestain to start our lessons with a scribe.
Exactly. Now take this. Received. 1 scribed and 2 Runestain. Let's head over to the library now. In front of you, you will see lots of parchment paper, which you have all been practicing your runes on. What we don't have is lots of Runestain. I've given some to everyone. If you're wondering why some of you got more than others, it was based on your test scores. Ah, I like that. I like that. The alchemist had some extra in stock, and I decided to use it as a reward for those who studied the hardest. I like how, the better you do in the test, the more you get for the game. I appreciate that. Back to the test though, I want to say is, perhaps instead of focusing on like one of monster, maybe focusing on all the monsters, like all different weaknesses and strengths. Perhaps you could say, okay, what's these, what are weak against, what's physical immune to? You can say, oh, ghosts. Maybe you could bring the same monster up twice with a different stat or a different thing to see how well they've studied specific things and not just all of them in general. Now, when you're ready, use your scribe and craft one of the scrolls we've been practicing, and show when you're done. Let's go. I assume I have to go to my inventory and use it. I still have the Mortar and Passive Familiar. What would you like to scribe? Ah! I think, Virtue would be good, getting that, consistent, special points. I made it! Teacher, I made it! I see you have a Virtue there. That's everything on the use of a scribe. We've gone over a lot today. Now, before my call today, there was a magic practice you'd like to focus on. Ah! Again, I'm liking the different names. However, it's inconsistent. I'm going to say that. Having them different for each character I get. Maybe try and find the best of each character and maybe have that list. So, say, HP is, say, Vitality all the time. Or it's, it was Concentration before you said, so I can't remember. Having them different every time might confuse the player and maybe make them forget what was what. Having them consistent and have the naming conventions alright and consistent throughout, it's going to make the player understand it a lot more. Let's go Potency. Bastion went magic attack up. Great work. The rest of today's is yours.
Thank you.
You're going to be a powerful wizard one day. I can see it. Never had a teacher so optimistic in me before. Damn. There hasn't been as many merchants coming into town lately. Yeah, I've noticed that. I think I'll head out tonight and patrol the roads a little bit. What do you think you'll find? Probably nothing. It'll be good to head out of town. Things are just so routine around here. You'll let me know if you see anything exciting, right? You can come with me if you want. No thanks. I hear strange noises in the woods at night. I hear voices. Strange. Doesn't always mean scary, you know. Ah. Her name is Lucy. Her name's going to be Lucy. maybe not for you, Lucy. But for the rest of us, that forest is super spooky. If it's spooky then. I'm gonna prepare rations the rest of the tent so I can get up early. Have you seen my backpack? Yeah, it's in one of those chests. Oh, thanks. Which one is it? Why do you make those rations anyway? Food items are only restore part of my HP and MP, but a balanced meal ration will restore all of it. I like how she's telling this to a child, as a way to tell a player, as if I'm a child. That's a good metaphor. I like that. In addition, again to a child. In addition, if you rest with the ration and attend to a rest spot, it'll help you recover from any other afflictions you have. I see. Be safe out there, Lucy. And then she's gonna wander about. Alright. I got my backpack and my torch. What's in this one? A flank, apple, and bread. I'm gonna make an apple sandwich. Let's go. What's a flank? What in God's name is a flank? Apparently it's animal fluid. Alright. You don't have any rations to rest here. Ah, Disney stars. What's over here? I can see horses. Whoa! There's a town here. There's a cafe. Wait. This is, So I'm guessing Lucy here lives outside the walls. Alright. I don't know if this is meant to be on a slant or not, but this this sort of pier bit, you can see here that is this. I'm guessing this may be a slant. I feel that's how this depth perception works. Also, if your idea was to make this come out, and this you can see at the bottom of the pier and on the right hand side, you can see the land and the grass. If you hold shift when, say, on this tile right here, and then when you get to this tile, you shift and then put the end, it will coat over and won't put your own auto tile the grass around it. It might make the maps look a bit better, and the depth perception will be a lot better, because that's weird perspective. Where am I going? Be careful out there, Lucy. Am I going into the forest? Ah, it's a nice random tree arrangement for the to prevent me from going that way. I like it. So I have to. So I use a backpack to make rations. You don't have any wild food to prepare. Damn. Wait, what? I have bread, cheese, and apple flank. I don't have anything. Again, I just want to test that. I don't know if there's any way for you to remove the items from your inventory. There's probably a plugin out there that does that. But having all these items is a bit weird. I can't make rations and rest of the tent. Oh, I get it. I get it now. Yes. I get it now. I got a ration, and I can rest here now. That's a nice way to, nice rest.
Who goes there?
You must be new. Have I got a desk job? Have I got a desk job? This is amazing night work. I'm a desk jockey. I love it. Yes, he is. Frederick, that's Lucy. She's a ranger, so she's known to pass through here during odd hours in the night. If you'd only go out and patrol during the day, you'll know you only know half what's going on out there.
Makes sense to me. Honored to meet you, Lucy. Thank you for your service. Night patrols are important.
Sure thing. Is he for real? Yeah, he can be pretty intense, but that's what the captain likes to see. Percy is for another time.
Am I really that unbearable?
It's not a big deal. But yes, things aren't really that formal around here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stir anything up. I'll be on my way now. No problem, Lucy. Help! Oh. Again, the epic music's kicking in.
What is it? What's wrong?
My brother! He's in the mine! What do you mean? He's in the mine, love. She just said that. I dared him to go in when it was dark. Well, you are not a nice person, Mrs. And... Oh, she dead. Oh, she dead.
She's hurt.
She needs a healer. Take her to the church. They can heal there. They have many medicines and things.
We need help. This girl is wounded.
Let me see her. Elise casts mend. Wow! Animations. Ow! Where am I? You're at the church. Go easy. We're here to help you. Where's my brother Joseph?
You said he went to the mine before you collapsed.
You've got to help him. That monster was there. Monster, you say? What kind of monster? It had wings and evil eyes and it had cast a spell on him. Oh, please, you have to hurry. It cast a spell on your brother? Yes, you have to save him. Dad is going to be so mad at me. And he should. I'll take you from her father. Can you two swing by the school and find a wizard? Oh, the heroes are coming together. Tell her what she said about the winged creature casting magic. They might know what we're up against. Are you coming with us? I'll meet you outside the gate.
We'll wait for you. Let's go.
I think Frederick's now become Sean Connery, but oh, it's I assume it's nighttime now.
Are you a wizard?
I'm the wizard around here.
A young boy and a girl were attacked by a creature in the mine. They describe it as a winged evil creature that casts spells. Any idea what they could have been describing?
Depending on how old the child is, it could have been their own shadow.
Please. She said whatever it was took her brother. We're going to the mine to rescue him. Do you have any idea what it could have been?
Doesn't sound like anything normally found in the mine. Let me go with you.
Ah, shut the door. I like that.
It'll be light soon.
Elise is meeting us at the gate.
Oh, we're bringing a cleric. Smart.
He sounds too passive-aggressive. Hello, Lars. Are you coming too? That needs to be fixed, I think, because Elise has just, you know, said his name. His name is Bastion, and it will be Bastion forever. It's breaking my immersion.
I don't study magic all day and night just so I can sit around and thinking how it works. I need to practice it too.
Well, glad to see you have you. Well, glad to have you with us. You all ready to go?
Let's go save this boy. Boy. We should be able to reach the mines if we follow the road north, past the farms.
Adventurer title reached. I see what you've done. You've erased the events and you've added everyone to the party. What you could have done to make that transition a little smoother is maybe add a fade out event, wait command, and maybe put Frederick to the far right of the room, make him move a few steps so the party seems to be in a line, or even put him outside already. Adventurer title achieved. Received one edict. Edict? You completed the introduction of the game. Check out the edict under the key items to expect the possible titles and benefits they grant. Says our party of 4. I assume we're going out here. Oh, I guess we got this way. I'm liking the split of the path, but I'm not really a fan of the one wide paths. They feel a bit too narrow. Nice random chickens. That chicken's not changing. The chickens aren't changing directions. They seem to be sidestepping a lot or moonwalking. North of the farms. Let's go. Let's hurry. I assume this way. Again, these maps seem pretty open. There's very few
You could probably put a few trees around here and there to populate a bit more, because it seems very empty. Well, I think I found another issue. Your tile set seems to be a bit bugged here. I'm just gonna. Don't worry. I can't get out there. Yikes! All right. I think I know what you've done. So essentially, you've got an issue with your tile set here. That's saying that this corner tile is passable. Don't want that. Alright. So the mine was north, he said. Okay. Oh, there's the mine. That's very, like, what? Mine. Music's, decent. Is that a chest? Received 3 torches and 3 dwarven gloves. Ah! Ah! Rat merged. Let's pray and special exorcism. Wow, performing exorcisms. Poison. Renew. That's a bit of an overpowered skill for 30 SP, because that's what, 1 guard? Maybe have set against separate skills or pair them together. You could even have a balance thing where it's a trade-off. Say have it cures, say, poison, but it grants blindness, or it cures fear, but it grants sleep. It's not that. Let's just go vortex. Ow! They don't like Bastion, just like me. Missed. Alright, I think you've put their evasion rates way too high. This might be a bit of a weird fight. Yeah, I think that's unbalanced enemies. I think we've hit unbalanced enemies, guys. Oh, we've hit him! We've hit him! We got one. That's 1 down. I mean, to me, it's a bit more exciting. You could even try improvise action sequences to make these characters move across and actually move to the enemies and hit them. Could lead to a bit more engaging gameplay. Because this feels a little stale. It feels too default. Alright, so for some reason I probably got really unlucky with that first... Oh, he flees! He's gone, please. Frederick Spartan is victorious! Receive 50 experience. These are torches. Oh, whoa. Oh, okay. Ah! Why is there a scorpion in my mine? Why there be a scorpion in my mines? I think something you want me to think about is the logic behind the enemies. Like, a scorpion is probably not going to be a tough enemy. It's a small animal. So having 4 people taking to kill it and it dealing 45 damage a hit isn't... Again, you might want to know the balance of the logic of the enemies. Maybe have... I think something you could do is have on-map enemies that are tougher, but come in smaller groups. And maybe have certain areas that are random encounters that you can sort of farm, that are weaker enemies that maybe come in larger groups sometimes. That might be interesting. Okay. Ah, the pickaxe was over there. Oh, we're surprised. Whoa! That wasn't very nice. Receive 10 experience. Got a pickaxe. I'm gonna play some Minecraft.
of fucking health for a rat. I'm not gonna lie. Hey! It's the anticipation of waiting for the rat to... See, this is why random encounters on all map is, can be a bit stressful, if you understand what I mean. I walked 5 tiles-ish, and there we go. I'm back again, especially for enemies that are relatively tough. Alright. Oh, we're on level 2. I think, I don't know if you got this, but the EXP curves, you might want to adjust them from bit to bit to make the character balancing a bit better as well. Oh. Bastion's getting the short straw, bless him. I might have to get at least to heal him. I want you to heal, I want you to mend Bastion, I want you to attack that, I want to attack that. He's almost on his last legs, bless him. Heal, oh, crit. It's a crit, boys. Heal. Yeah, I'll do that again to him. There it is. I like that. Nice little puzzle mechanic thing. Come on. If you want to make the encounters a little less frequent, just increase the average steps. Might make it better. I'll get you to pray. Hashtag. Can we start the hashtag pray to Bastion? Bastion's getting bullied here. I'm not surprised. Posh shit. Yes, heal him. He needs the heals. Now whack this rat. Why is he the priority? Sure, I think that's something that you might want to try and work on, is maybe put priority hit onto the warrior. Frederick, who was Frederick here. Granted that he's the heavy hitter. If you look at Elise and Bastion, Elise should be one of the least targeted. Maybe for certain creatures we'll target it because she's the healer. Lucy's a ranger, so she probably have one of the absolute least because she's going to be attacking from range. Bastion may be in the middle, or less than middle-ish. What we got? More mine. 3 bombs. Oh. Ah. What is this? We need a rope to climb down. Yeah, that's an interesting mechanic. Don't know why there's brick beneath that, but if you maybe just had a crack on the floor, might look better. Fight. Let's just whack this scorpion. Don't want to get poisoned. Let's have a look. See. Oh, 7 experience. Nice. Alright. Is there not... I might use the scribe to make a stealth thing because it's annoying. This is a ridiculously annoying. Hey, it's a crit! Frederick, you critted for once. These rats are also really fast. I'm not gonna lie. It was key items, it was a scribe. I want to make a stealth thing. I want to use that, please. Alright. I want to do that. What's down here? I want to not encounter people. Oh, an ore. I prefer that encounter rate. I can actually do an important action for a battle. Personally, again, I prefer on battle things. Random encounters can work, but they can be annoying, especially when it's across all the map. What's that? Okay, that's a bit of a pointless room. Bit of a red herring. Ah. I like that. Another pickaxe. I'll use another torch. We've got fair freedom. I don't know what these footsteps are about. Ah. I get it now. Alright. Love this music. The arty music is great. What's getting me is that Bastion is a wizard and he's hitting people with a club instead of, you know, magic. I'd expect that. I don't know. I do like the how the naming conventions. I do like how the clerics is prayer instead of special. Spirit. So I saw so each character has a different sort of special abilities and the different names they categories for it. I need a rope. I need rope. Are you kidding? There was rope at the start, wasn't there? Are you kidding me? Alright. That's a bit of stress. Straight away! What I'll say is that's a bit of a annoying thing, having to backtrack like that. What I'd say is if... Alright. We have rope now. We can climb down. We're in a temple. I didn't know this was a Tomb Raider, but let's have a look-see. I'm going to take this straight and get some ore. I remember that. Whoa! These are demons. It's probably not best for you to do that in a minute. You wanna guard. What's your special renew? Bastion, not your magic. Oh lord. Having all this magic at once is might be a bit OP. Getting some abilities now. Right. Let's debuff you, and now I will. Let's use a firebolt to the D. Oh lord. I will use potion on Lucy. No, I will use. I said I will use a potion on Lucy. Elise, I want you to exorcism on that bitch. Rest of you guys can attack. Oh, he's dead. 50 XP. Damn. What's down here? Now, is this some sort of Saint ritual?
That's a summoning circle.
What were they summoning?
Imps by the looks of it. I think we can disrupt it though.
How?
From what I've read, the brazier requires a cursed soul to activate. If we free the soul, the circle deactivates.
How do we do that?
A resurrection spell or a soul drop will do the trick.
A dagger, a tunic, and 150 gold pieces. A rope. Oh my, there's the rope I wanted. What I'd say is when the player enters the room, maybe put a move route down so they investigate the room a bit so they can see the brazier, because I didn't see the brazier at first. Apologies. it might be a wise thing to do in the long run. Because the player might miss out on certain details. What? I'm sorry, what? Special magic. 18 HP. Cast that harm. Nice. Actually, I'll get Frederick to guard. You to attack. Lucy, I want you to cast poison on B. Bastion, I want you to blinding damage on B. I can do double attack now. Oh, that's a crit. Let's hit with that double attack. There we go. Right. Ain't looking too good. Cheese, I'll put onto use just so you can get some MP back, dear. Now, hello, Satans. It's Joseph. How do you know his name? Did she say it?
Intruders! Stop them! They'll ruin the ritual!
So it's just three imps this time. I'll attack for now. Attack, and I'll hit you with Arcana on him. Alright then. Special, can't do exorcism yet. I'll hit Frederick with a prayer. Lucy... Can't do that. Ice, I'll try some ice. Fight. Attack. I want you to use Exorcism on Imp C. Get the damage down while we can. Attack A and attack A or B. Oh dear, Lucy's dead. Oh wow, Lucy coming in with a retribution. And that's not it. Alright, receives 75 experience. Frederick is now level 4, yay.
Boy.
He's still breathing.
We should try and extinguish the summoning circle while we're down here if we can.
Should we back to take him down to Darman now? Let's get you out of here, Joseph. Darman Castle basement. Captain Percy has informed me that the four of you are exploring the old mines. I mean, there's no intermediary between that and that. No information. Okay, that's fine. No telling that we will be going to be put in front of the Queen.
Yes, my lady.
Tips Fedora. A young boy was taken by some imps. So I hear. And you were able to save the boy and return him to his family?
Yes, my lady.
Default response. I love it. Frederick, I love it. That was very brave of you. It is my honor and duty to reward such acts of heroism. I have deposited 200 gold pieces into an account for you at the bank. 200 gold pieces, that's what? That's 20 torches. Thanks. And above that, you have my gratitude. It is people like you that make this kingdom great. Captain Percy.
My queen.
See to it that the guests are recognized for their good deeds. And should the kingdom be in need, do not hesitate to call upon them again.
Yes, my queen. Return to the barracks and speak with me when you have the time, Frederick. There is something a little more exciting than guard duty that needs some attention. Yes, sir. I shall take my leave now.
Yes, thank you, Captain. You may take your leave as well. And thank you again. Nitorino, oh, wait. So, the throne room is in the basement. Hi, Harold. Okay, it's fine. Are we all... Okay.
Well, if we're going to be running around being heroes, we're going to need a way to keep track of everything. I'll keep a record of what quests we're on.
We get the journal now.
We can reference the journal if we lose track of where we're at.
Good thinking, Bastion.
We didn't heal up. Well, I think this is a good way to end off. Okay, those must be test files. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye. Just before we head off on this video, guys, I just wanted to give a shout out to Pelnar. Thank you for him for sending this game. I wanted to give him a bit of feedback at the end of the video. Positives, what he's done well. The city layout of the city was quite good. Everything felt rather natural. It didn't feel too orderly. It felt like it could actually be a functioning city. On a contrast to that, however, it felt too empty. Perhaps there weren't as many NPCs. A lot of it was just path. There could have been some wells or some market stalls or things like that you could have put there. That would make the city feel a bit more alive and realistic, and more pleasing to look at. Mechanics, you've done some pretty decent plot mechanics, especially without plugins, may I say. The rationing system with the resting and the healing up, especially having ration for each actor, which is a decent one.
The crafting mechanics involving the scrolls, the potions and stuff. That was a good mechanic. It felt like it could part of a good RPG, a good functioning game. The introductions to the characters were pretty good. It felt nice to like be introduced to each of the characters, name them. Giving the voices was pretty fun. Each of them being obviously their different class. On accordance to that, the way you introduced the damage and status system was pretty decent. You get detailed information of each damage type, what it's usually effective against, what causes it. However, when you went to the monster compendium, with what's his name, Bastion, I named him. God bless. That information felt too overwhelming, and that information felt like it wasn't necessary to the moment at hand. From what we played through, I only needed information to the imp, and perhaps it would have been best to give the player information to upcoming monsters, what they should expect, what they need to remember for that coming point. The point I made earlier about maybe having certain environmental access points like bookshelves or something you can learn more about monsters from if you explore before you encounter them, to help the player interact with things and explore a bit. Default font, don't use it. I'm just going to leave that there. Encounters. The battle encounters were decent. Some of the enemies felt a bit broken. Sometimes it was a bit unfair of a fight compared to what enemy were fighting. Sometimes like coming against 4 rats was pretty common. Maybe change the weights and everything of that. Maybe make the rats a bit weaker. Make them give less XP. So that it feels that there was more of a grindy enemy. On map enemies you can do that completely in engine, no plugins needed. And that would make that's more of a appealing thing. So you're not every 5 steps you're going to come across a enemy, which brings me to the next point of your frequent encounters. It felt like even with the stealthing, I was getting pretty frequent encounters. I wasn't able to do much before running into an enemy. Perhaps to avoid this, maybe add multiple routes to get to the objective, or either increase the average steps. Maybe even make the stealthing a complete avoidance to enemies. Imagine like Pokemon's repel system. That's something you could go towards or get inspiration from. On to the original point of the start of the video, the bingo board. You've done pretty well to avoid, especially with a completely in-engine default asset game, which was in your intention, just to make a system completely default. You've not managed to hit a line, which I'm surprised at. RTP assets, you said to me that that was your idea to make a default game, so I'm gonna put that there. I'm not gonna criticize you too hard on that though, because it was a project, it's a test to what you could do. Fire/darkness equals bad. Water/light is very good. It's sort of a cliche, I'll say. You looked when going through the monster compendium, a lot of the quote-unquote bad monsters. You could say that the ones that are evil. Or you could start introducing damage types. You start saying that darkness is a element damage type used by evil and such, and light was one used by forces of good and such, and that sort of thing. The default SV battle system, mainly, again, I can't criticize it too hard on that because this is all in-engine, no plugins. Simple empty maps, you could have populated them a bit better, we've been through that. Inappropriate music, sometimes I have commented on the fact that the music you've played didn't suit the moment. It didn't feel like it should have been there. Free RTP, I'm just going to leave that there. Again, you intended to use RTP, that's fine. Demon is final boss. I know the final boss of the game isn't a demon, you've told me this, but it felt like the first quest, you're fighting a demon, it's a bit cliche, but I'm again, not criticizing too hard on that, because I've not played through the entire game, I've played through the first hour or such. Enemies have no balance. I've commented on this before. It's best to occasionally test
your enemies and test your monsters to see how they fight, maybe on lower level characters, high level characters, just to know how powerful what you're fighting is. Because as a player, it can get very annoying to every 10 steps encounter a full squadron of rats that have about 300 health. Main protagonist is a sword-wielding heavy hitter. This is a cliche I've seen a lot. It's not entirely bad, but it's something you might want to put a twist on, and put in maybe give him a spear, give him a bow, or maybe give him a hammer. I know he's not the main protagonist, but he's the first one you're introduced to, if you know what I mean. Default font. Don't. But as I say, thank you very much to Pelnar for giving me the opportunity to give my impressions on this video, on this game. Apologies. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.